So I did a medicine check to see if I can figure out what that bite did.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I got bit by that, I guess, that big rat.
So I'll take a close look.
Okay. And you see that the wound is still kind of like festered on her hand and sort of has kind of this green ooze that kind of pours out of it when you push on it. Kind of stinky, malodorous.
I
And
poke it.
and yeah, it looks like it just continues to kind of fester. It doesn't seem worse than it was yesterday. However, it's still pretty nasty looking and definitely uh, doesn't look great.
I'll go at that. You know, I might be able to look at that for you.
Well, it's my hand.
Let me see it.
What are you doing with it?
Why, I'm looking at it.
All right. So he kind of takes a look at it too.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm looking to see if there's anything I can think that would help it heal,
Oh,
or
yeah, I
if
gotcha.
it's something that's going to maim her, or something that needs to be fixed, or
Gotcha.
oh, this is not good.
I look at him startled. He's talking so fast that I barely understood him.
Anxious.
Don't worry. Good thing you've got two hands.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I think that one's going to fall off. It's a very rare rat disease, and you can't be healed by magic. And we must find a priest to cast Cure Disease, or maybe a paladin, so it doesn't fall off.
Hey, Pip, wasn't one of your friends a paladin?
Oh yeah. There was um, Sir Bradford,
Sir Barfalot, did you say?
a really nice guy.
Was he your four-room friend?
Really good dude. He wasn't. It was Caracas that passed away in the rat room. We haven't found Sir Bradford yet. Bradford.
Hey, Snortle, do you know how long she has till it falls off?
Oh, no, but if you don't play with it a lot, it might last a little while.
Well, I think we should find the quickest way out of here then.
Well, that would be up.
Up? We haven't seen any stairs leading up, have we?
No, there's been no stairs yet that I can recall.
I nod my head no.
Well, didn't we, just out of character, didn't we come down to get into here?
Did. Yep.
Don't remember? We came down, so to get back out of here, we have to go up.
But didn't we come down outside?
Well, yes.
Anyways, I still haven't seen any stairs since we've been in here.
Should we go back and check out these goblins?
Well, I think there were still a few of them alive, so we should be careful.
Is there anything I think I could do to kind of slow the disease or anything like that, Greg?
No, not with the limited knowledge that you have. There's nothing that you can think of.
Damn, my knowledge is limited. I must have sucked at my role. I can try to make you some soup so you feel better. Yep, that soup tastes like
Turtle.
dog shit.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and give everybody a Goodberry. So that'll be I'll hand out, let's see, 4 and I'll keep 6. So.
Okay.
I take the good berry in between my finger and thumb and look at it.
I'll just eat mine.
Right, I forgot about
Well, those are in case somebody goes down. Hey, all right, here's Stony. Here's another one. Don't eat this one.
Okay. Well, I was hungry, and now I don't feel hungry.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. All right, everybody can eat one.
Oh,
I'll eat one too.
I have my soup.
I'm gonna stick it in my mouth and start chewing.
Okay.
I'm not swallowing. I'm just chewing it.
Alrighty.
I think we should probably get going.
Yeah.
So are we going up?
Let's go out the door first.
Okay.
I don't think up will get us to a priest. Not the way we came. Anyway, there was no priest in that town, was there?
No, didn't seem like it.
Maybe we should check this room first. I don't know. Did we check this room for secret passages?
No.
Did anybody know what the kobold was saying? In case we go out? His secret password?
Wasn't Pip running around saying the secret password?
I was. I forget what it was now.
I love it.
Well, it was like wet corn in Draconic, I think, or something.
Sounds perfect. Wet corn. I like it. So you search all the walls. You don't find anything that appears to be out of place or unusual. You do see that as you kind of rifle through the room and stuff, there's a little bit of putrid jerky that's there, and there's like a wineskin that was tucked in the corner in the debris that has some pretty vinegary smelling wine.
I'm good.
That should go
might
well
make a
with my
good
soup.
disinfectant. Maybe we should pour it on Aaron's wound.
Now, why would you want to do that?
As a disinfectant.
Maybe because so we don't want your hand to fall off.
I don't want my hand to fall off too, but I don't think that pouring. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Okay.
C4, let's move.
Maybe if we set it on fire.
I shake my head yes.
All right, are you opening the door?
I'll turn and open the door and step out in the hallway.
All right. As you step out, you trip over a tripwire. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
No problem.
Yeah. So as you do that, a vial of acid pours on top of your head.
Hey, that's some serious acid damage there, buddy. Reroll
I
that.
know it is, right? And you guys see like the metal's like all pockmarked and everything on top of his head.
He looks corroded.
He does.
Is the tripwire still there? Or?
Oh, he broke it.
I stop and look up.
You see a very haphazard contraption sort of setup that's there, and it's kind of all broken now. And
I then step over the wire that's on the ground.
all right, yeah, the broken wire that's laying there. You see that the pit trap is still in place, open on the far side. The doors are now all closed, or at least that both doors that you see there are closed.
I look back at Stony and look left and then look right.
I'll open that door right there.
Okay. As you open up that door, you see that the door inside the room has been closed on the other side as well, and you see that the archery range or the practice range is still kind of as you had left it.
I'm going to look for a tripwire.
There's no tripwire.
I'm going to high step through the door anyway.
All right, sounds good. You kind of step up and through.
I will do the same thing. I will follow him and do it anyway.
Sounds good.
Did you just hide part of the map again?
I did.
I'll knock on the door.
All right.
Does anybody say anything?
You don't hear anything.
Okay, we'll open it.
Alrighty. As you open it up, you do see the storeroom that you guys had all piled everything against the wall. The rope that you had tied to the door handle to the wall there is has been cut, and you see the door's been shut. You do see, though, that the supplies appear to be generally the way they were when you had left them.
Any tripwires?
No tripwires.
Hey, C4, move these boxes away from the door.
I shake my head, yes. So I'll start moving the boxes.
Okay. So he continues to kind of move the boxes. What is the rest of the group doing?
Is that green thing, is that where all the boxes were piled up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna close this door and do a minor illusion on the other side of having like bars across the top of it, keeping it closed.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep. Kind of behind you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, because I think the door opened into that hallway we just came from, so put bars on the other side on the top, so it looks like they can't get it open now.
Gotcha. Yep, sounds good. How long does that last?
It's only 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. All right. So C4 continues to kind of move those boxes out of the way. The rest of the group just kind of waiting until he gets them all moved.
Yep.
Okay. So you're able to move those boxes without much difficulty, C4, and the door is closed. You do see there's a rope that's tied around it, and it's got about 25 feet of rope that's connected to it now.
I'll roll it up and stick it in my backpack.
Okay.
And I'll knock on the door.
All right. You don't hear anything?
I'll open it then.
All right. As you open up the door, you see that I don't know if you guys all really got to see the full room, so maybe you did. I can't remember. But as the door swings open, you see that there's torches that are mounted on crude sconces that are kind of all along the room here, and you see that the room is sort of real hazy. You do see there's a double row of marble columns that are carved down the length of this room, and the columns are carved in the signs of what looks like dragons sort of entwining themselves all the way up. You see there are multiple doors within the room.
I'll give a check for traps there.
All right, yep, no trap there.
We don't see any goblins in here.
Nope.
I'll go in.
Okay.
I'll listen at this door.
Alrighty. As you listen there, you don't hear anything on the opposite side of that door.
Does it open in or out? I forget.
It do. We're gonna say it opens in. All right, Pip. So you kind of push some boxes behind that door there.
Yeah.
Really little ones.
Tiny ones.
Aaron, as you take a listen there, you don't hear anything at that door either. I'm just using your passive perceptions unless you want to roll, and then if you do, go ahead and roll.
I'll listen at this one. I'll roll.
Okay, either way, however you want to do is fine.
It.
Alrighty, so you listen to that, you don't hear anything behind that door either. Passive perception for that one too.
I'll roll perception.
All right. Yeah, so behind that one, you hear the sound of what sounds like a small fire burning, like a crackling sound behind there. And you can hear some murmured voices. 2 or 3 of them that are in there.
All right. I think there might be something in that room.
You want me to knock on the door?
If you knock on the door, are you gonna talk to whoever's in there?
Sure.
There's more goblins. I mean, we did kind of. I
I'll
don't
just
know
say
how
that was some.
receptive they will be.
I'll just say that was some other guys. They'll be more receptive than if we just storm in, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe we should surprise them. Like a surprise birthday party.
Is that what you want?
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door and I'm gonna reckless attack the first goblin I see,
All right.
if I see one.
Okay.
That's the way that you say hello.
Well, Pip said surprise him, so that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Why don't we all roll for initiative then, real quick? We're anticipating attacks. Don't need to, regardless of where you rolled, you go first. So even though you rolled a 3, you'll go first. So you open up the door, and as you do, I forgot about that. That's going to go on and off. I'm going to have to fix that. You do see there's 3 goblins sitting around a fire. As the door busts open and you break into the door, they all sort of turn around with surprise looking at you.
I guess G gets it.
G gets it. Poor G. Ooh, and a crit to start? Holy smokes. So you quickly destroy that guy.
And then I'll step into the way of the door.
Okay.
I'll pass the turn, I guess.
All right. Yeah, it'll go to C4.
Okay, I'm going to step
When he
in.
gets in there, I'm gonna say, "Guy's dead."
I'm going to step over this guy.
All right.
Sorry, over the body.
Yep.
Up to here.
Got it.
I'm going to make a grab. I'm going to try and make a grapple against Goblin 16.
Mm-hmm. You see the eyes are big as you guys bust into the room. They still can't comprehend what's going on.
And
It's going to be Dex for him.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right,
So
he fails.
I got the grapple to put on him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my action surge, just because I want to do this one time. I'm going to swing him and hit the other goblin.
Right, sounds good.
So do you do damage to the weapon as well as the receiver?
That's what I'm hoping. But I missed. But I'm still holding on to him. I didn't throw him. I'm swinging him.
So you swing him around and around. All right.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. With my action surge, I haven't done a bonus action yet, correct? Because I did an action to grapple the guy, and then I did my thing to get a second action. So I haven't done a bonus action. I didn't hit anyway. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, you sure?
Yes, I'm done.
All right, gotcha. All right, Pip.
I can see 16, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to shoot my bow. Is there a negative because he's in the hands? Probably. -2.
Sure. That's a hit. Shooter.
Oh shoot! I didn't. Did it put him
You
on?
hit yourself and missed the goblin.
I did. Yeah.
Whoops.
That's embarrassing. All right. For Pip, that's probably right. All right, my turn. Doing some more. Go find a pot.
All right.
So which one is he swinging around? 5?
Yes.
No,
16.
16.
One with the hand on it. You can see those.
All right, I'll try to shoot that one with a firebolt.
All right. Oh.
Whoops. At least it wasn't too bad.
All right.
It's the hand. It's throwing me off.
Snortle, you're up. Yeah, right. I thought he was flipping us off. That's what I thought. It's true.
I go scooting in there. I have my little quarterstaff, and I'm like, why don't I have to see here for a second?
I picture him running like really fast because he has fast movement and then talking so slow. It's such a conundrum.
It is. So, yeah, I was trying to figure something out. Why is 1 + 4 and 1 + 3? And I don't understand that real quick.
Son doing math.
That's a new age U.S. math.
I got it adjusted. My quarterstaff. I'm like, I'm going to, and I run up there and I hit him with the staff.
Nice. All right.
Hit you.
Laying limp in C4's arms around his neck, I guess. I'm not sure what you'd be grappling, what you grabbed onto. All right, so it's going to go back to the top. C4. You got a dead goblin in your hand?
I don't know if I realize that yet. I'm still swinging him at the other guy.
Fair. Ooh.
This character is never going to hit anything.
Guess I'll move in there and take a shot.
All right. Ooh, it's a miss.
All right, I'm gonna move around here and shoot at him.
All right. All right. Okay, good. I always clicked too early. Perfect. Oh,
Woohoo!
nice.
Well done.
Job. Well, that works. It's probably going to be over anyways, but. Oh, it's
Oh,
not.
man.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, on the plus side, you have advantage until the end of your
Yeah.
next turn.
That's true.
I'm going over there.
All right.
I'm going to hit you.
Hit, and that's a dead.
I raise the goblin that I'm holding up high enough for me to look in his eyes, since he's hanging upside down. Shake him a little bit, and then drop him.
Nice.
So these guys didn't even have a chance to let out a warning.
Nope. Super quiet.
Beautiful.
And dagger, short bows, and scimitars still.
Super quiet.
I'll pick up 2 arrows.
All right.
potion.
Looking in the sheet.
I see a potion.
Yep, one in there.
What color is it?
It's red.
Hey, could this be a healing potion, you think?
I shake my head yes.
Looks like it.
I grabbed it.
Okay.
You hear anything at that door, Snortle?
What? Oh, that door. I'll take a listen.
All right. Sorry, I didn't open that up. So you don't hear anything behind that door.
Nope, nothing.
I didn't see the door in there. Are we going through?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot to unhighlight it.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll open.
Okay. As you open it, you see that it opens up into a passageway, a hallway. The hallway turns towards the south.
And when the fifth person steps through the doorway, the pit trap happens.
That door opens up that way, or you see a door down to the south.
I'll go check it out.
Okay.
And I'll listen in.
Alrighty. So as you listen there, you do not hear anything on that side of the door either.
Look, sounds quiet in there.
I'll open it up.
Right. You see it opens up into another hallway. As you step into the room, you feel the floor unevenly, feels very unsteady for you too. And I need you both to make a dexterity save as a pit trap opens up.
Of course, I knew that was going to be one.
8.
Woohoo! I made it.
How about you, Stony? Oh, you both did great. So as it opens, you both fall down into the bottom of the pit trap. And you guys are down in the bottom of a pit. However, it does make a loud clanging noise as that triggers. That resonates throughout the building.
I thought you meant when I hit.
That too.
Hey, C4, how's it going?
I
How far
give him
down
a-
are we? 10 feet?
10 feet. Yep, 10 feet.
If I landed on my feet, I'm going to walk down here, and if I didn't land on my feet, I'm going to stand up and walk down here.
All right.
Need a rope?
And then I'm going to reach up and grab the edge and see if I can pull myself up.
Okay. Sure, you can do it.
I'm just going to stand up and climb up on that side over there.
Alrighty. Okay. So C4, you're at the door there.
Yes, I am. I'm going to look back at the group.
Go ahead and open the door, Stone. C4.
I'll turn around and open the door.
The door is locked.
I don't know that. I'm going to open the door.
All right. I need a athletics. So you see C4 tries on the door. He tries to open, and it doesn't open. Rattles it.
I turn back and look at Stony and just shrug.
Okay. No problem.
You hear a bunch of yelling behind the door.
Halfway starting to climb back into the pit to go the other way since I couldn't go that way.
Right.
I'm going to yell.
I'm going to look back at them. I'm going to point to my ear, and then I'm going to point to the door.
The door's in here.
I'll
I'm only
close
worried
this
if
door right here.
Okay.
Tell Garen just to listen out while we figure out what we're doing down in the other room.
I will. No problem.
Well, we don't have a key. Should we unlock it and go in, or just go back the way we were?
I'm going to knock on the door. I saw Stony do that. That
Okay.
must work to open it.
All right. So boom, boom, boom. You hear more and more kind of yelling and screaming and voices. There's more voices kind of collecting behind the other side of that door now. Sounds like a good 6 or 8 beings that are back up behind that door now.
Hey, Pip. Can
Yep.
Could you put like an illusion over this pit trap so if they do come through, they won't see it?
I can do a small illusion, like I'll do like a 5-foot like rock bridge or something kind of floor.
Okay. Down the center of it or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So a very narrow rock bridge that would be. Can you do 10 feet or does it have to be 5 feet only?
5 feet only.
Okay, gotcha. So he makes a rock bridge about halfway across. Looks like a diving board. You hear more voices, C4 now behind that door. It sounds like a pretty good cacophony of people, and suddenly they get very quiet.
I'm going to listen at the door.
All right.
I look at C4 and I go, why don't you tell him to open the door, C4?
I look back at the group and shrug because I don't hear anything.
Sounds like Meepo, right, Greg?
Yeah, it does.
May try and yell the wet corn password.
Okay, all right. So you hear him yell something and it sounds like wet corn. I don't do anything. You hear nothing in return.
Radio check over.
Aaron looks to Aaron and says, "Is it all clear?"
No, I don't know what we're getting into down there.
Test 1, 2, 3.
Let's just
Gotcha.
go back the other way.
Brian, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Oh, you're fucking with me now, aren't you? Yes, I can hear you.
I did not hear anything when you said, "Can you all hear me?" You hadn't said anything, so I said no. He's on the phone, isn't he? What's his saving throw? Is he a wizard or a sorcerer?
He is a no, he's a cleric, a druid, something or another like that.
I'm just wondering what my save is. Is it wisdom?
Oh, for you're talking about for the bridge.
I don't know if that succeeds or not.
I can tell you. Hang on one second. Gotta find one of his spells that nope. So C4 falls back into the hole.
So I step out onto the bridge to take a far step out and go down into the hole.
All right. And that's 4 damage from the fall. You guys hear a loud clanging, banging as he falls into the hole again.
Oh dear.
Stand up, walk to the edge.
Garone comes running around with his weapon drawn.
And I'm going to look back at the bridge and find out how I misstepped and stepped off the end of it instead of the edge of it.
Right. Garone says to Snortle, he's like, "What happened? Who got hit?"
I don't know.
I'm going to climb up out of the pit.
All right.
I look at the bridge and shake my head. Contemplate stepping out on it again and hear everyone moving behind me, so I turn and decide not to.
All right. So, Stone, you move back into the room of dragons, I guess.
Yep. Do we listen at the door at the end?
I nod my head no.
Pip will stick with Snortle until you guys get into something or he comes back.
I'll move him.
Thanks, buddy.
I'll listen there with my just passively.
Yeah, as soon as you kind of put your ear just to the door, you can hear the sounds of lots of voices, and it doesn't sound like they're trying to be subtle. And you can hear just a lot of noise coming through there, and the noises sound very similar to goblin-like language. And there sounds to be definitely more than 10 people in there.
Quick question, Greg. We can use an action for healing dice. Is that only once per rest, or is that until we've used up our dice?
That's until you've used up your dice.
Okay.
I think. Is that the way we did it before? Yeah, we'll do it that way this time. That'll be good.
I'm going to use one of my dice for heal if I can.
Sure. That sounds good.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Mage Armor. I forgot to earlier.
Okay, sounds good.
I hear a lot of voices on the other side of this door. What should we do? What do you think we should do, Pip?
What kind of voices are they?
They sound like those little green guys that we killed just a minute ago.
Oh, maybe I should take a listen. I go to the door and listen.
Okay. So as you listen, you don't have to make a roll. They're pretty loud, but you can. Perfect. You hear sounds of goblins, and it sounds like normal sort of activity. Like you hear people talking about how they're going to be eating some mushrooms, and you hear about someone talking about, can you believe the battle that just happened, a while ago? I think they all left, and yeah, just the general kind of discussion ongoing. Nothing that seems too revealing of anything.
Okay, so in that like 1 minute of conversation there, I start repeating it, but it takes me like 10 minutes.
How many
Sounds
people
like
does it?
it sounds like normal goblin talk. Can I discern the voices? About approximately how many?
More than a dozen.
It sounds like a shitload.
That's fair.
I could ready a spell for when you open the door to help us out.
What kind?
I could hold them in place possibly, or I could make them easier to hit.
Well, I can try to put some of them to sleep also.
Ooh, that'd be good.
You want me to knock on the door or just open it?
Probably just open it when we're ready.
When you say knock on the door, is it going to be like you did the last time?
No, I knock on the door, and if they answer, I'll talk to them. Or Snortle will.
I didn't volunteer.
No, but you're the only one who can speak their language or understand their language.
Do you want me to say hello when you open the door?
Sure, as long as you think you can do it in a short period of time before they get angry.
I tell him how to say hello in Goblin.
Oh, you tell. Okay.
Yep.
You tell Stoney how to do it.
I tell Stoney, I say hello. This away.
Can I have a performance check to make sure that you can teach him well? Phenomenal.
Do I need to do some kind of check to see if I can learn it?
You probably need to do an investigation. No, let's see. It'd be an intelligence check, probably. We'll do a straight up intelligence. Oh, all right. Well, you learned what he taught you.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door.
All right. So you kind of knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, you hear all the voices on the other side. They almost like a wave. They kind of get quieter and quieter, and you can hear kind of some voices going on in there, and it just gets quieter and quieter as it goes through.
Then I do my best to impersonate what Snortle said.
All right. And as he does, say what you say, and the Stony kind of spits it out, and Snortle, this is what you hear him say.
Oh no!
What?
And,
What?
It's quiet behind the door.
Tell
What
them hello again.
Why don't you tell him hello?
Okay.
I'll move 1 square north. Yeah.
All right.
Are you coming up here, Snortle?
Yes, I am. I go up there to the door and I say it very slowly.
All righty, gotcha. So he repeats exactly what you said verbatim. Like you can hear it. It sounds exactly right. And Snortle, as you say that, you can hear some murmurs, but you can't make out what it is. But they sound nervous.
What'd you say?
So he keeps kind of saying some stuff through the door and whatnot. And as he does, you hear someone comes up, and you can hear them sort of grab onto the door handle, and they pull open the door. And as they do, you see the eyes of a goblin as the door opens. But that doesn't really bother you so much, right? But what you see behind there is a large room. And as he kind of flings the door open, you see it is filled with goblins. And it's full of like refuse and trash and all kinds of stuff.
Holy cow.
And they're all looking at you.
Hey, Snortle, can you tell them that we're just looking for a way out of here?
And they kind of look at you, and you can see, guys, hear Snortle's kind of talking to them. And as he says the last word, he you see the one that was standing there all of a sudden yells out something else in Goblin to the rest of them. And as he does, you see everybody's eyes get really, really big. And as that happens, you see the back half all of a sudden starts running towards this door and stampeding themselves against the door, trying to open it. But they all start stacking up on top of each other. And they're literally like climbing all over each other, trying to get what looks like through this door. The room literally becomes a stampede towards the north door and the northwest door. But unfortunately, they just keep stacking on top of each other, and they can't get the door open. You cower in the corner.
The one right in the middle is hiding underneath the trash, right?
Yep, he's digging underneath the trash, right? He's peeking his head over, and you see his butt sticking up.
What did you say to them?
Oh, I told them that we're looking for a way not to kill them all, and they need to step aside.
Okay.
I'll tell them to move away from the doors.
Funny how none of them ran to the south door.
So that's what you tell them. Suddenly, as he says that, you see they all kind of scream out in what sounds like a goblin horror, and the remaining of them then start piling in on the other ones that are there. And they're all like literally running, trying to get out the doors now. Finally, one pops open the north door. And as he does, the goblins literally stream out. You see them all sort of piling out, and the remaining of them do. But as they do, you suddenly see the door behind you opens, and all the goblins start piling out of that door. Back here, and they're like literally like trying to run down they run in. I can't remember if you guys barred this door, but you literally see them all sort of running out this hallway here and into the room, and they're in the pantry, and they can't get through the door because I think you blocked the door, so they're all like piled up in there.
Yeah, Pip barred that door with some ring and necklace boxes, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was too. So they're like all piled into the pantry. The remaining ones also sort of piled up into that room as well and came out the other side. They bust open the door here and they start running as well. And that one little goblin is hiding underneath the trash.
I'm gonna go into the room.
I'll unlock it. Go ahead.
Hello, 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 hello.
So as you enter into the room, you see that this looks like a giant cathedral, but now it's a kind of a goblin's lair, and it's thick with years of filth from the goblin life. There's sconces on the walls, and there's floor-mounted sconces as well. And you see there's this violet glowing mushroom or fungi that provides sort of some illumination. There's broken wagon wheels, armor, rusted chests, small statues, antique furniture. There's like this trashed artwork and everything sort of piled up. And there's one little goblin with his beady eyes kind of looking through the slats of the broken wagon.
Well, Snortle, I don't know what you told them, but it seemed to be effective.
I just told them they needed to leave.
Guess I'll walk around and search the room. Look for
All
anything
right.
valuable.
Good. That door's open. Yep. And as
I'll
you
shut
peek
it.
through, okay, gotcha. So the door's shut.
Yeah, we're searching this room, so I'm just going to shut that.
All right, sounds good.
And then shut this one over here.
All right. C4, you were searching as well. I saw the perception there.
That was just to see if I noticed the one hiding in the.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Yep. So as you search around, you do find that there is a poisoner's kit and a healer's kit near one of the bedrolls that is in here on the floor. So that's there. I'm gonna drag it into the party sheet. You do find that. You also see that the mushrooms, they definitely give off some light, and it appears that they have been kind of collecting them almost as a food. And then you also find, oh, there is something else. Did you roll?
I put it in the...
Yeah, gotcha. So you do see, you also found a statue that was there.
I put a big pile of shit down in the southeast corner. That was their bathroom area, except for one up halfway up the east wall, and one little goblin likes going over there and pooping because he doesn't want to go down there where everyone else is.
There you go.
Snortle, why don't you ask... Oop, he's gone.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I deleted him. He's still there. He's still sitting there.
I was just going to say, why don't we ask that little fella? I'll just go ask him in common. I'll say, hey, do you know where the dragon is?
And you see his eyes are really big, and he sort of points. His hands, little fingers are shaking, and he points towards Aaron.
And in this room?
Which one are you pointing at?
That way.
He kind of nods his head.
I'll push the door open and take a peek in there.
Okay. So as you push open that door, you do see a kind of a circular shaft sort of pierces the floor of this 40-foot diameter dome chamber. And you see there's some dim violet lights that shine out of the shaft. And it kind of reveals this sort of sickly white and gray vines that coat the walls of the shaft itself. The light is supplemented by 4 lit wall torches that are kind of equidistant around the periphery. And you see a crudely fashioned stone throne that sits against the curve of the northwestern wall. And there's a large iron chest that serves as the throne's footstool. You see there's a sapling that kind of grows in this wide pot next to the throne. And you see a hobgoblin, as well as three hobgoblins, and a goblin that are kind of sitting there as well. And you see there is a dragon sitting next to the hobgoblin. It up here in just a second for you.
I wipe my eyes because I'm having trouble telling how many hobgoblins are in the room.
Yeah, it'll be clear here in just a second. The dragon that you see sitting there is a yes, he's a white dragon, small white dragon. Looks to be maybe even like a baby white dragon. As you open up the door and peer in there and look inside, you see the dragon kind of looks in your direction, and he then looks back to the gentleman on the hobgoblin on the throne, and he says, "Here they are. Those are the ones you were looking for."
In common?
In common. Dern turns and looks, and he says, "Enter. Come on in. What are you waiting for?"
So we saw a bunch of goblins come through this door also, right?
No, they went through the north door. Sorry. They all piled through the
Okay.
north door. Yep. They didn't get this door open.
All right, I'll look back around to everybody else, motion that there are 5, 6, maybe 5 hobgoblins or peoples.
What's in the middle of the room? A big pit?
A large pit that goes down, and there's this purple light that kind of comes up from it.
I'm going to look down it.
As you look down, you see that the pit goes down. How far down does it go?
I can see 30 foot in a lighted source.
It's lit, so you can see it's lit all the way down, and you see that it goes down about 80 feet, and you see that there's a floor that's down there, a stone floor that you see. Opens up into what looks like a bigger room.
Okay.
Pre-planning it.
Just checking it out, huh? So,
Hey, how do you know what those dice were for?
Dern says, "So, killed most of my my goblins, huh?"
I wouldn't say most.
Only the ones that attacked us.
Well, You invaded our area. What did you expect?
Well, they
Sight.
could have tried talking to us first.
You had a kobold in your midst. We saw his body. We know. You were sent by them, I'm sure. Right?
They did
We're
say something
just-
about wanting a dragon.
Calcrix looks over to you and he says, a dragon? This dragon?
I don't know. They just said their dragon.
Pfft, I like the goblins better. I don't want to go back to those stupid kobolds. Durned takes good care of me. So does Grennel.
Excuse
Fine.
me. Have you seen a couple humans come through here? Looking for my friends.
Haven't seen him.
Sir Bradford, he was big, armor.
Sort of
How's
shakes it. He shakes his head no.
I'm gonna say, are any of you priests that can heal like cure disease?
Grennel looks and says, I can help.
Show him your hand, Aaron.
I'm fine with my hand the way it is right now.
You see he kind of
Stony,
comes...
I'm not gonna let a goblin touch my hand.
He kind of hobbles over and he's got sort of this really bad limp as he comes. It looks like his knee has been bashed in before, and he walks around Pip and comes over and he says, let me take a look. Let me see what you got.
You may need to shower afterward after the way he sounds.
He holds his
Fine,
hand
I'll
out.
show him my hand.
He looks, he says,
I say sorry.
wrong campaign. And he says, oh, yes, I can. I think I can fix this, Durnan.
What's it gonna cost?
Let me think. And as he says that, he says something in Goblin over to Durnan.
What does he say?
And as she does, as Grennel kind of talks, he sort of points over towards Pip. And he then turns back in calm and he says, I like your staff.
Oh, this little staff?
Yeah.
He has. Does he have a staff?
He has a... No, he has a scimitar.
Oh, does he? Thanks. Yeah, I got it from the forest. Chip found it for me.
Chip, huh?
Yeah, Chip's super cool.
Who's
Real nice.
Chip?
Chip Barkstem. You never met Chip? Have you heard of him? He's pretty famous back in my forest.
Never heard of him.
Super brave. Works really hard too. Good with wood.
Grennel then looks back to Dern, and Dern, you see, slowly shakes his head no. Grennel says, no staff. What do you got? Yeah, C4, you see the group as the hobgoblins are sort of nervously sort of positioning themselves. They feel very uncomfortable with this. You see the dragon sort of moves in front of Durnan and comes around and just sort of sits down and curls around his feet, at the base of his feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around the room. Do I see anything familiar? Like anything from my guys I was with before?
Yeah, sure. So as you take a look and see, you see the chest that's there. You don't see... It's a kind of an iron chest, but it doesn't look like anything that your group would have carried. Otherwise, you don't see anything else that looks like their belongings. You do see that the vines are very thick, but they're sort of sickly looking, right? They look kind of like they're dried and withered a little bit, but they do appear to be climbable. Calcrix then looks and he says, "You all paid to bring me back? Is that what you were doing? Were you paid by them?"
Paid by whom?
"Those stinky kobolds." Caltrix then looks at C4 and he says, "You're an unusual lot. That's a lot of armor he wears. What is your true goal then if you're not here to take me back to them?"
Where were we trying to get to?
Did you say that out loud, Stony?
I was asking, where were we trying to get to? I can't remember. Daggerford? Something like that. We're just looking for a way out of here.
Caltrix then looks to you, Stony, and says, "You're looking for the portal." So many look for the portal, right, Dern? Yeah. Dern nods. Caltrix says, "Well, the portal is below, of course." He says, "Dern, just let them go. They're not going to cause us any trouble."
Can you heal my friend?
Reynolds says, "I can."
Hey, Aaron, weren't we supposed to get that dragon?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't have to.
Meepo asked us to get the dragon, right? Or Meepo's
yeah,
boss.
but Meepo's not alive anymore.
These guys look like they could handle those kobolds. And they're not here to help anyway, so I don't know if this is a good idea. But I'm going to show Grenell my gold.
Okay.
All 10 pieces of it.
His eyes get really big. He says, "Oh, I can cure. I will fix it."
Okay, you can have it all.
Oh, he takes it. He's like, "Yes." Aaron, do you allow him to heal you?
I guess so.
All right. He begins to cast a spell. Pip, do you know Cure Wounds?
Yes, I do. Do I recognize that? I was going to ask if I recognize it.
Why don't you give me a... Isn't there a check you can do for that?
I know it, but I don't have it prepared for today.
That's okay.
It's supposed to be cure disease.
You know the spell though, right?
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Why don't you go ahead and give me an religion check? All right, so he begins to cast the spell.
Hey, stop him, Stony.
All right, everybody roll initiative. If your initiative's higher than his, then you'll be able to stop him. All right, it is. All right, so Stony, what would you like to do?
I'll just grab his arm so that he can't finish the...
All right, so go ahead and roll a grapple.
It's just strength, right?
Yeah. Athletics, I think, isn't it?
Yes, athletics.
Yep.
Dex or strength.
And that barbarian, if he uses his bonus action right now before he does that and
Too late.
rages, he would get advantage on that.
Too late.
Oh well.
You still get him. So as you grab onto him, he goes, ah! But he, the concentration, right? To see if he continues to cast the spell. If I remember correctly.
Yep.
Memory. Oh, he does. As he does, you grab onto his hand and pull him back as he does it, Aaron. You see that happens. And he immediately reaches over and then takes his other hand and puts his hand on Stoney's arm. And Stoney, as he does that, you feel the life force just sort of suck out of you.
Wow.
All right. Top of the order.
So, since Pip said to stop him, and I turned and saw what that guy did to Stoney.
Yep.
I'm going to spin around and grab this hobgoblin next to me.
All right. He's probably going to be strength.
Oh, he saved. That's impressive. I'm going to guess end my turn.
All right.
Since that was my action.
Stoney, you feel that just withering, that energy just sapped from you.
I'm gonna rage.
Alrighty, so sounds good.
And then I'm gonna reckless attack Renal.
All right, sounds great.
Hold on, is reckless attack? It's just something I do, right?
I believe it's a bonus, isn't it? Is it a bonus action to decide or no? I can't remember. Oh no, you just decide. You're right. Been a while for barbarians. Help me out, people.
What's the question?
Can you just reckless attack without using a bonus action?
Yeah, reckless attack is open to go. So you
There
use
you
your
go.
bonus action to rage, you can reckless attack. Except for it didn't. I don't know if you had the effect on there. It's with advantage for some reason.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead and reroll. God. All right, so you try to hit him with the warhammer, but unfortunately, you miss. All right, Hobgoblin 12 attacks. He misses Stoney. Yep.
I'm gonna snag that hobgoblin.
Which one?
Number
I got
2.
it. Yep.
Oh,
Jesus.
All right, so the Thorn Whip goes wide, doesn't wrap around him.
For my bonus action, I'm gonna use my Balm of Summer Court or Summer
Okay.
Court on Stoney.
All right,
Didn't count
sounds
as a
good.
spell.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. Aaron,
Can you turn the tide off of me?
and take it off. Thanks for catching that.
I think
Yes,
yeah,
the turn is
we
over. Thanks.
all right, I'm gonna cast Thunderwave on
Okay.
the goblin in front of me.
Oh, nice.
Except I need to target him.
No worries.
And he saved.
Wow. All right.
Doesn't he still take half damage though?
He does.
I miss those sounds. I'm so glad.
And then I'll just sidestep next to Stony.
Okay. Ron steps up and takes a swing at Grenell. Vernon jumps down and he yells to his hobgoblins to continue with the attack. Caltrix just sits there and sort of sneers, chuckles. Things at you and misses. Before. All right, Snortle.
Or not, tokens are not like it. Someone's going to move there. He's going to try to do a foot sweep in order to shove him into the pit.
Okay.
Yeah. Bam!
Wow, that was nice. Can't remember which. Does he have a roll against that? I assume.
Yeah, he needs to do strength. He needs to do strength, athletics, or dexterity.
Okay, perfect. Make sure he didn't have anything different. He didn't. So strength. I'm sure you're gonna get him. Yep, he did.
So you see Snortle go down and he flips over on his tortoiseshell and kicks him right in the shins.
All right.
Push him backwards.
Gotcha. So as you do, you kick him in the shins, and he kind of walks back, and that ledge is only a couple feet up, hits him in the back of the knees, and tumbles up and over the edge.
Woohoo!
I think there's... Yeah, I'll get the damage on him here in just a second.
I think I can get to there.
Fails the save. You hear kind of a loud splat at the bottom of the hole.
Just join up with everybody right there like it's cool.
Okay.
What was my numbers there? 25? I'm just trying to keep count on my movement here.
40?
I think I'm right at 40. And
yeah, I think so too.
I decide to bonus action flurry of blows and give this goblin from me a Juno chop. Hi-ya!
Okay.
And I try again. Woo-ha! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, no.
Right. Of course, it has to be the really long one, right? Not a spell. So they have advantage against you, it looks like.
Yep, advantage against me. All right, cool. I'll go. Oh no.
You're a long ways away.
All right. So, as you're hanging on to him, he all of a sudden spits out of his mouth what looks like green, sort of a noxious gas that kind of comes out as he casts poison spray. Can I have a Constitution save, Stony? Oh, you save. Nice job.
Yay.
You still have him grappled too, I think, right?
No, I think I would have let go of him
All right, so he's on the
when
ground.
I attacked him with my warhammer.
Gotcha. That Hobgoblin attacks you, C4, and misses. I gotta fix that. Sorry, it keeps going off. I keep forgetting.
I'm going to swing my chain at him.
All right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to kill Grenell again.
Okay, sounds good. Wow. All right. Ball's gonna take another swing. Whoops, not damage. Sorry. I'll fix that in just a second, Stony. They didn't give you any damage.
Didn't it? Said it.
Yeah,
Said it
probably.
gave me partially resisted. I should add 1.
Yeah, you did. I fixed it.
Okay.
All right, Pip.
I'll move down here.
Okay. Are you? Brian will take a swing at you if you.
Oh shoot. If I thorn whip through them, will that
Depends. Are you?
negative?
Who are you trying to
I'm
thorn
going
whip
for
through?
Dern.
Yeah, it would be a -2.
Yeah, melee spell attack. Okay.
All right. Aaron.
Great. I'm going to use a bonus action to kick in my Blade Song effect.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to use my dagger and cast Booming Blade on Grinnell.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot what I was doing.
Lot. Nice. So you hit Grunel.
Interesting. Okay.
Nice. So you slice open Grunel with that.
I stomp on his head.
Can I get past him, like walk around?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Sorry. Drone follows your lead. Dern sees Aaron kind of step up and he steps forward. He takes a swing with his longsword at you. Misses. Mortal.
Around there.
Ready?
And I am going to do my turtle shell spin and try to kick Dern off the thing.
All right.
Yeah, let's see if I can have any luck. Yeah.
Never know.
Oh, look how close it was.
It was close.
Wow.
It was close.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm kind of not in a good spot here. So, I'm going to Fear Blows.
Okay.
Again. I'm going to take a Juno Chop at number 12.
Alrighty.
And miss him. And a
Okay.
Juno Chop at Mr. Twig. And freaking
Wow.
roll well. And then I'm going to move around over here to just out of the reach of Mr. Twig and stop.
Okay. Alrighty. Did you disengage or anything?
Because I attacked all three
that's
of
right.
them. I can
Thank you.
use my.
I forgot.
Oh no, I do have mobile. Yeah,
All right,
I can
thank
get
you.
away.
Thanks for reminding me. All right. Number 2.
You should have had advantage on 12 when you hit him too, eh?
Oh yeah, you should have. Garone misses, or Hobgoblin 2 misses Garone. D4.
I am going to try and hit this thing again.
All right.
I've changed my dice colors. Let's see if that helps.
There you go.
You need to make it pink. That's the only thing that works.
And I'm done.
All right. Nice.
Okay, let's see.
Pink is right. Pink is the color.
No. I'm just going to attack 12.
Okay. Sounds good.
God,
Look
the
at-
rolls.
Look at all those dice rolls. They're all like less than 10.
Nice mod you got there, buddy.
Hey, I'm running
And
it.
that was
How am I doing?
pink. That
Right.
one was pink, and it didn't even work.
I'm now.
You gotta go with black lettering.
All right. How about number 12?
Black lettering.
Oh.
See?
Oh. All right. So Hobgoblin 12 turns around and attacks Aaron. Misses. Yep.
We'll move down here.
Okay.
Try and get Darren.
You got him.
Sweet. In the pit.
All right. So he comes over, and that will definitely kill him, I'm sure. But we'll go through everything and see. Did. But he's still dead. You see Dern goes over the edge, and he goes, no! And crunch. Lands on top of the other one.
All right, I will take a step over. And use Booming Blade to attack again.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Hobgoblins are hard anyways, though.
Yeah, that's why I stepped over one.
All right. Garone. Work. Hey, everybody gets inspiration. Look on those stars. Wow. And max damage. Calcrix suddenly beats his wings and he flies up. Flies over to here.
10-foot ceilings?
Yeah. Yeah, he's not that high. And he takes a bite at the Hobgoblin.
Go. Well, I'll take a bite at the Hobgoblin too.
Alrighty.
You're gonna bite him?
No, I'm gonna take us. I'm gonna continue with my, and I'll swing at the Twig Blight.
All right.
I actually hit something this time.
Did.
And I'm gonna move away. I got 50 feet of movement now.
Nice.
I forgot at second level I got another 10.
Like a speed demon.
So he's a turtle.
Look at those little legs move.
Right?
Chubby little legs.
Anything else, Snortle?
That's it, and I forgot to pass my turn.
No worries. It's okay. C4.
I'm going to move around to there.
Okay.
And I'm just going to try and grab this guy and throw him down in the pit.
All right. It'll be strength. Yep, he fails.
And then I'm going to spin and just toss him over the pit.
Good. He crushes down at the bottom of the pit as well.
And
Stony.
that's my
sorry.
turn.
All right. Sorry, C4. Stony.
I'll run over there.
Okay.
I don't understand why the twig bite hasn't done anything, but I'll attack it anyway.
All right. Sounds good. Hit. It's dead.
I'm gonna yell out, "Don't attack the dragon!" and hit that hobgoblin instead of me.
Okay.
I'll just try and talk to Calcrux.
Alrighty. What do you want to say?
Hey, Calcrux, you're free now. Show us
Calcrux
the portal.
he lands on the side of the rocks and he kind of looks at the group and you see he sort of backs off and kind of steps over to here and he says, "Didn't like those guys anyways. Kobolds are okay, I guess, huh?"
You could just come with us if you show us the portal.
Portal's down below. I don't want to leave here, but I will give you the secret. If
Oh,
you're
there's
interested.
secrets?
Oh, secrets indeed. If you want to activate it, you have to do something specific. He looks around and he says, "In order to activate it, one of you must give up something that you subconsciously want the most." Many have tried, none have left.
Well, if we subconsciously want it,
Mm-hmm.
how do we know?
Hard to say. Maybe that's why it's never been opened. Are you going down?
If that's the way to the portal to get us home, I guess we have to.
I like my new lair. Thanks for clearing out all the goblins.
Yes, Nordle scared them off somehow, and he won't tell us how.
I talked to them. Except for the one I kicked down the hole.
Altrix kind of looks and he says, "That was a dirty trick that little goblin did to you all. He should have healed you, not hurt you."
Yeah, I kinda had a feeling he wasn't going to help me.
Don't ever trust a goblin again.
I know better.
Lesson learned.
I'm gonna start climbing down.
I'm going to use my healing dice.
Alrighty, sounds good. So Pip, you start climbing down the hole. I see Pip. Pip, I think you have to make, let me see here. Hang on one second. I think I gotta make a roll. It's like,
Oh no!
Is it
I'll just read-
athletics?
let me read real quick here just to be sure. Played that a little bit wrong, but that's okay. No, you can climb down those vines, no problem.
Alright.
How about the rest of you? What are the rest of you doing? Rowan looks over the edge and goes, "Oh boy." Climbing.
Can we tie off a rope? Well, like on this throne?
You can.
What's in the iron chest?
There's an iron chest there.
I'm gonna check it out.
It is locked.
I'll bang at it with my hammer to break.
Okay. You kind of bang on it. Bang, bang, bang. Go ahead and give me an attack roll. Oh, nice. Go ahead and do damage. All right. So you kind of bang on it, and as you do, you see this the lock sort of gets malconfigured, and you see this large needle sticks out about 3 inches, and it just sort of is sticking out of the lock hole. But the lock does appear to be broken, and you can open it.
All right. The needle off. I'm gonna break the needle off with my hammer first, and then I'll open it.
All right, sounds good. How about the rest of you? What are the rest of you doing while he's working on this chest?
We'll take some rope from somebody else and start tying it together so that it can toss it down the pit.
Okay, sounds good. So you're tying up the rope. You see Pip is climbing down. Go ahead, Snortle. Sorry.
Yeah, I give her well, she don't have enough rope. I give her rope.
Alrighty.
I like, hold on, Pip. Huh. And I get on the rope and start climbing down with him.
All right. Sounds good. C4?
I'm standing here.
Okay. As you guys are all doing that, you see the dragon goes through the door and enters into that other room and disappears. Stony, as you open up that chest, you see that there are 2 stones inside there, as well as a bunch of gold pieces.
And I grabbed my 10 gold pieces back from Grinnell too.
Probably a good idea. I like it. All right, and I'll just drag those into the party sheet for you. You do tie off the rope. Pip, you made it kind of down to the bottom. You see the ceiling is it's about 10 feet from the ceiling down to the floor. And then I think I gave you the description that you saw there.
Yep.
You do see the 3 hobgoblin bodies laying at the bottom of this pit.
I'll search them.
Okay. You kind of drop down to the ground. They have a longbow and long swords. And you find that Durnan has some other items on him. The rest of the group, Turtle, I know you were making your way down.
Yep.
Yeah, as soon as I tie off the rope, I'll shimmy down.
Okay, all right, gotcha. So you shimmy down as well. How about anybody else? Stony, C4?
So there was just gold pieces in that chest, or was there anything else?
2 onyxes, 2 stones.
Okay. I'll grab all that stuff and then I'll climb down.
Alrighty, gotcha. How about you, C4? Same thing?
I'm going to point it at Garen and point at the rope.
Alright, Garen goes down next. Stony.
Whatever I find on that guy, I'll just put in the
Yeah, that's what I
party
figured.
thing.
No problem.
Then I'm going to give him like a 30-second count. And
Okay.
then I'll start climbing down.
Alright, gotcha.
Because I don't know how heavy that stuff is and whether it'll hold me or not.
Smart move. Okay. So you guys have that rope that's there, so and you all kind of continue to climb down. You see as you're climbing down, Pip is kind of rifling through the bodies that are there and pulling up what things he could find. So you do find in there a couple sets of keys. You do find a potion as well as another vial of liquid, and he's wearing a ring that he has as well. The vials are of antitoxin. So the room that you guys see that you've entered into is full of luminescent fungus that sort of lights up the entire room into this purple-violet light. It clings to the walls and the ceilings of this wide cavern. The air in here is damp and chilly, and there's this odor of loam and decay that's there. You do see that there's a layer of earth mixed with rotting vegetation and the remains of what looks like cave animals that cover the floor. There's several varieties of mushroom and fungi that grow through this, as well as a few sapling trees. There's a door on the east wall, and there's a door on the south wall, and then there's a large opening. Looks like the wall has either been burrowed out or something collapsed. Part of the wall.
Did you put us on the map?
Oh, yeah. Hey, be nice if I shared it, though, wouldn't it? The big map, it may take a minute to share. Big as in file size, I should say.
I guess we could search the bodies while we're down here. Stool starts looking at the bodies that fell down.
Oh, I think Pip's already searched them up.
Oh, okay.
It's in the party sheet, I think.
Yep, dropped them in the party sheet.
Do we see any tracks around? Like if there's like anything other than the dead bodies that may
You
have
do.
been running
Yeah.
around?
So as you look around, you do see there are various tracks through this sort of refuse and everything, and it seems to sort of stop at like where there's mushrooms and whatnot. But the tracks look almost like, if you want to think of like shuffling feet, is kind of what they look like. They don't have like shoe prints or anything like that. It looks like something is kind of shuffled along. It's hard to determine exactly what it is. There's definitely traffic. And that traffic seems to be getting more and more often the closer you get towards the northeast.
I'll check this door over here.
Open that up. That's sort of an open cavern that's there. So, as in check the door, you mean to...
Just listen at it.
Okay, gotcha. So you go ahead and take a listen here at this door, and as you listen, hear sounds that are behind the door, but you can't quite figure out what it is. It's almost like a slopping, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh sound. Kind of a weird, like, I don't know, like water or something slopping around a little bit. A weird sound.
You want to check in there, C4?
I shake my head, yes.
Alrighty. Stony, as you're looking up towards the north, you see the rough cavern there. It's kind of stained with blood and smells kind of like animal musk. And you see there's some light that's coming from the eastern sort of niche that's there. You can kind of see like a little nest that's kind of patched up there. It's like matted furs and whatnot. And there's a wide wooden board in which you see a variety of weapons affixed and a cloak of patchy black fur hung on a slender pole. C4, you're going to open the door?
Yep.
Alrighty, gotcha.
Pretty sure that's what she told me to do.
Alrighty. So you quickly, or not quickly, but you open the door. And as you do, you see a room that has 2 rows of dragon-carved marble columns that march along the length of the hall. Most of it is completely covered with luminescent fungus. The cobbled floor is cracked and stained, and you see there's many small wooden tables that are strewn about the hallway itself. The contents on the tables look like mortar and pestles. You see some small tools. There's bowls filled with crushed leaves and chopped fungus stalks and many other plant specimens. You see there are many doors that are open leading off of this hall, and they're all partly open.
I'm going to step in.
Great.
Is that a door down there also?
Yes, it is.
Oh, sorry, I missed that one.
No, that's okay. No problem.
We've committed.
Sorry that if they're not open enough or not visible enough, I apologize for that.
I was just hidden by mushrooms.
Yeah, right. So as you enter into this room, Stony and C4, you see these doors that are open, and you hear a loud sloshing noise coming from the first door to the south. It almost sounds like somebody's like sloshing water in a bucket or something like that. And you do hear some voices that sound similar to kind of like goblin voices. And then to the northwest, or the first northern room, you hear the sounds of snoring. And then you hear some noise down in the other rooms of banging. It sounds like somebody banging on metal. And then you hear the sounds of what sounds like a rat that's kind of like whining out. The doors are cracked open, but you can't see in without actually getting up next to them to look inside. Aaron comes in and he looks back out and he It's over to Snortle. You coming, Snortle?
Yes, I am.
This way.
I'll peek in that door.
Okay. So as you look inside, you see a room that is filled with mats, and you see there are 16 small pallets that are kind of matted with fur, and 2 of the pallets hold sleeping goblin, and then there's 2 goblins laying in the same mat, so 3 goblins total. They're sleeping in there.
All right, I'll quietly close the door.
Okay, so you kind of pull that door shut. Why don't you give me a stealth roll? So you guys, she pulls that door, and as you pull it, there's a lever, and you turn the lever, and it sort of latches the door, and you guys don't hear a sound.
All right, so there's probably goblins in these rooms. Are we gonna try to sneak past them? What are we gonna do?
You hear the sound of that sloshing, squashing sort of noise coming from that door, and you hear some giggling, and it's goblin giggling.
My answer's always violence.
As you peek into that room, Aaron, you see there's a large vat sort of sitting in the center of the room, and you see there's 2 goblins in there, and they're like smashing up and down and pushing their feet up and down, and you see this sort of this purplish red liquid sort of in there, and it looks almost as if they're mashing to make wine, right? But they're just having fun, and they're kind of dancing around and like and squash, squash, squish, squash. They're barefoot in there.
I'll hold up 2 fingers.
Okay.
Hey,
What are we
Snortle, why
doing?
don't you ask him where the portal is?
Okay.
Makes me nervous.
Me too.
All of a sudden you hear them sort of scream, ah! And they kind of fumble and fall out, and they're kind of cowering in the corners of the room.
I'm going to go in and say, hey, we don't want to hurt you guys. We just want to know where the portal is.
They scream louder as you step into the room.
They don't speak common at all.
They do. So they look at you and they say, no, we're to die. No. Ah, don't turn me into a newt. Please.
Okay. I won't turn you into... I won't even hit you with this hammer.
Okay.
I just want to know where the portal is. Then you can go back to squishing your whatevers.
One of them walks up and says, portal?
Yeah.
Oh, portal. And it reaches down and puts his hand inside this mush and brings it up and kind of holds it up, offering it to you. Portal.
Forget it. Much away.
He looks at his friend and he goes, portal? The other one goes, portal. And he kind of reaches in and grabs some and offers it to you. And they cautiously kind of walk towards the door. Portal? And they keep saying, portal? Portal? I have portal. Portal?
Okay, I'll take some from them.
Okay. So you
I'll
take
put
this. It's rancid smelling. One
I'll
jumps
say,
back in.
I'll say thanks a lot.
All right. Another one jumps in and they start mashing again.
Then I'll put it on one of the tables.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, that wasn't effective. Okay. Well, I don't know that we're going to get any help in this area. You want to check the rest of the rooms?
I'll start walking down through here. To the
Okay.
next door.
Which one you want to look in? North one or the?
Yeah, the north one.
Alrighty. So as you peek inside the north room, you see that there is 2 goblins, and they're busy at the table repairing what looks like a dirty goblin armor. They have like cord and iron needles and leather patches that they're trying to put these metal pieces together, and they're just kind of working together, trying to put together this stuff.
By the way, I pushed the door open so I could see in.
Alrighty, gotcha. So they immediately look at you and they go, ah! And they kind of run around and hide behind the tables. They go, lighter, metal.
I'll look back at Stony and hold up 2 fingers.
Snortle, you're the one that understands them. Go talk to them.
Okay.
Oh, he's back. Okay, gotcha.
Where am I at? Where am I talking to him at?
He's in the north room. Yep, right there. There's 2 of them cowering behind tables, and they have. It looks like they were working on armor. And as you say that, and Goblin, they do reply, and okay, you guys see C4 moves over and pushes open the next door, and as that opens, you see that the room is empty. There is a door on the northeast corner. And you see that the room has scimitars, short bows, and arrows in it. Nordal, as you say that, they reach down and they grab onto a metal sort of circular ring, and they bring it over to you and slowly give it to you. Yep, what are you up to? They nod to you, Snortle, and they go, slowly close the door.
I turn around, I'm like, here's the portal.
Just like the portal over here on the table.
All right, Aaron, I see you next to that door.
I'm just waiting for Snortle to come in and talk to whatever's in this room.
All right.
I poke my head in.
So, Snortle, in this room, you see there are 3 goblins, and they're all surrounding this table in the center of the room. But on the table is this giant rat that is sort of laid on its back with its arms tied down to the table, kind of all spread open. And you see that the rat it's like got bubbly tumors on its skin, and it almost has this woody appearance to it. And you see they're kind of like poking it.
I turn away. I'm like, I don't want to see that. And I step away.
All right, sounds good.
The goblins are doing things to the rat.
There's a small table in that southwest corner with a vial on it, a crystal vial.
Does that rat look like the one that bit me?
Yes. C4 pushes open another door. C4, you see that the door opens up to a room, and there's a caved-in back wall. the back, and there appears the ground is kind of 2 feet lower than what the room's floor is.
I look back at Stoney and give him the same gesture that I did from the north room.
So Stoney, as you look down, you climb in there and look, you see that the floor is about 2 feet lower in this area, and it almost looks as if the earth has been ripped apart, like one side has kind of been ripped from the other. And you see this long sort of tunnel that goes down, and every couple feet you see a 2-foot hole that's sort of dug into the rock that goes down into the rock, into the floor. But it's not something where you would like fall into it, but and they're not spaced in a specific pattern. There's just random holes that are kind of in the floor everywhere.
Well, this seems worth exploring.
Ron comes over and closes this door. So as you move through here, the earth feels solid under your feet, and you see these holes, and they seem to go down fairly deep, but they kind of here, and you get a smell of almost like burnt earth, and you see that there's no sign of any fungus that grows here. As you continue down the path there, you see that the rift, the tear in the earth continues, but you see the sign of what looks like a stone corridor. It's about 2 feet off the ground to the north, and then you see the same similar corridor 2 feet off the ground on the south side of the rift, but they seem to be separated by about 10 feet. And the rift continues through the pass, sorry. As you come to there, you see the hallway connects to the door, which you presume was to the north. So this is a room that you see here that's... Oh.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's a passage there behind you. You want to stop there, you can. It's a corridor that matches the other corridor that you passed about 10 feet ago. And I'll just open this up. You see that it kind of twists and turns and ends in what appears to be a door. As you come to that door, you see that it's a large stone door. And as you guys walk through here, you see that the hallway is very dusty, almost as if nobody's been here in quite some time. And the door is there, and you notice immediately when you get there that the door frame itself, the rocks that go around it, seem to be slightly tilted compared to the door. So there's like a tiny gap at the top, and there's a tiny gap at the bottom, but it doesn't fit like you would expect a door to fit in.
What do I hear on the other side?
You don't hear anything.
Can I open it?
Yeah, you can try. So you try to pull it. It feels like it's stuck.
Hey, C4. I think this is up your alley.
I'll open the door.
Okay. I need a strength athletics.
I can give him a hand, I think.
Okay.
That gives me advantage.
Yep. Good. Initially, you see him kind of struggling, and Stoney, you go over to help out, and the two of you together, really pulling on that door, are able to open it. And as it does, this musty sort of smell kind of permeates through very quickly. And it's not a smell of decay necessarily, it's just dust and been very old. And inside, you see what look like faded mosaic tiles that decorate part of the room's walls, but most have fallen into kind of a dust-covered floor and shattered. You see situated in the center of the chamber sits a slim pedestal, and there's a rusted iron shaped like an upright dragon. The dragon's mouth kind of rests on an empty tray.
I'm going to step in because that's what we do when we open doors.
That's right. You walk in, and as you do, you hear that's crunch, crunch as you're stepping on stained glass, walking into it, and it's very loud, kind of echoes throughout the chamber. And you see this iron dragon with a tray stuck in its mouth.
I'm going to start ritual casting Detect Magic while they're walking in.
Okay. While she's ritual casting that, the rest of the group just kind of hanging out, waiting until she's done.
I guess I'll look at the statue and see if there's any writing or anything.
Sure. So as you kind of examine the statue and look around, you don't see anything that appears to be writing on the statue itself. But Pip, can you give me a history check? Yeah, so as you look at this, though, you do recognize that this is a very similar symbol of what you would expect for like a dragon cult or something of the sort.
Oh, okay.
Aaron, it's been about 10 minutes now for your ritual casting.
All right, I'll walk into the room and just
Okay.
walk around to see if there's anything magic about it.
Yeah, so as you go through, you do get some faint auras that come from the statue itself. However, this looks like the magic had once maybe been magical, but the magic power has either worn off over the period of time. But there's definitely traces of magic. That being said, though, it's not magical currently.
Okay.
And you see that, there's little bits and shards of glass that sort of kind of gives off a little bit of like a magical effect. You're not sure exactly what it was, but again, it seems to be much very old and broken. And
Can we tell where the glass came from? Like, is it like...
yeah, so it appears that the room was completely glassed in, all the walls, and it kind of fell through. And as you look at the glass, you can see that there's pictures of dragons on these, and they're pictures of sort of glorious dragons, and of all the metallic and the chromatic dragons. You see all of them, and you even see there's some pictures of Bathmuth or Tiamat and things like that. You can see kind of like the 5-headed dragon that's there. Broken pictures, but it's here nonetheless.
But again, it doesn't look like there's been anybody in here in a long time, right?
No, I think by looking at this and knowing your detect magic and whatnot, you recognize that it's probably been eons since somebody's actually been in this room.
I'll put some crushed glass in the tray. From the
Okay.
ground.
So yeah, you take up some of the glass and you set it on top of the tray and you kind of pile it up in a mound, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you do, you kind of get this chill that kind of goes down your spine, but nothing else happens. Yeah, sure, you can. Of course, C4. Yeah, so pretty much the same, kind of getting the same vibe. Definitely not something you're familiar with necessarily from the history of that you've been around. Um, no more than anybody else.
I'm going to say this isn't the portal.
I agree.
Aaron collects some of the glass and walking with you guys. And he says, God, I love the color. Missed it. Missed it a lot. Can't wait to see beautiful pinks and purples. Tony, as you enter, you see that the rift kind of widens into sort of a cavern-like chamber, and there's a small... Oh, wrong one. Sorry, I apologize. I'm reading the wrong one. Yep, so you see a fiery dim glow shines out of each of these holes in here, and that sort of gives this yellow type color to it. Still have your detect magic on, Aaron?
Yeah, last 10 minutes.
Okay, gotcha. So as you come in, you do get this sense of magic coming from one of the holes. I can never remember the right. I think it's transmutation, but look it up real quick. But you do feel magic coming from the holes from where the light is coming from.
That direction?
It's actually in the floor, so there's like little holes in the floor.
Stony, did you walk in there?
Just 5 feet more than that.
I'm going to check out where the holes, where I can see the magic coming through.
Okay, so as you look down, you do see what looks like maybe a continual light spell or something has been cast into several of these holes. As you get closer to that, Stony, you see that the passage gets smaller and smaller to the point where you can't really even kind of squeeze through it anymore as you're squeezing in there.
Yeah.
How big are those holes in the ground? Are they?
2 feet in diameter.
Oh, like big enough for Pip to fall into.
Yep.
I'll peek my head in.
Okay, you look down and you see this bright light that's kind of shining back at you. The light appears to be only about 5 feet down into the hole. And there's 8 holes here.
Guess I'll go to each one with light and peek in. See
Okay,
if it looks
gotcha.
the same.
Yeah, so you peek into the next one and you peek into the next one. As you do, the last hole that you peek in, it feels warm. It actually feels like there's heat coming from it as you kind of peek over the edge.
Huh.
And the light seems to be a little bit closer. It's like the continual light spell is like right at the surface compared to the other ones. It's really interesting.
I'll try to touch it.
All right, as you do, a large snake bites out at you. Ooh, he misses though. So he immediately tries to take a bite and misses. And I'll have you all re-roll initiative. Roll high.
How's it
Look at all
two?
the pink dice.
I know, I love it.
How about a 1?
Wow. All right. So, Aaron, you see this fire snake comes up and tries to bite Pip as he reaches his arm down there, or actually, he reaches down and pulls back, and you see this fire snake kind of curls up out of the hole.
So it's a fire snake.
Yeah, it's clearly up on the ground. Yep, and he's illuminating like heat. You can feel heat coming off this snake.
I'm casting sleep.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Oh crap!
It has no effect.
Damn it!
Well, at least Stony didn't fall asleep.
You cast it,
As a
I'm sure,
bonus
just in the
action,
one
I
spot.
cast my blade song.
Alrighty, sounds good. All right. So it now takes another bite at Pip, and it misses. I'm rolling low too, which is good. And then you see its tail kind of swings around, and he sort of has this fiery kind of appearance to him, where there's a little bit of fire coming off him, and he misses with that too. Stony.
I'm gonna rage.
Alrighty.
And 5 more feet to the.
Oh.
Just till I'm behind them,
Yep, I got you right there.
and I'll give him an attack.
Alrighty, sounds good. Wow, that's a hit, I think. Actually, you didn't target him, but I'll let you know that's a hit. Nice. As you hit him, the heat comes up the warhammer, and your hands burn from the heat of hitting it.
Right.
D4.
I'm trying to move. I'm having trouble grabbing it.
No problem.
I'm going to move to there.
Okay.
I'm going to take a swing at it with my chain.
Yep.
Oh, that was supposed to be with advantage. Sorry, I'll roll.
You can roll it again. Yeah, yep, that's all right. That doesn't count, obviously.
Exactly.
That's a hit. You also feel fire come across that manacle chain towards you.
And, well, this is where it's going to get fun. I'm going to grapple it.
Oh,
because
okay.
I don't know any better.
Sounds good.
So
You
heat
don't start
metal
melting.
is what's happening.
Yes, heat metal.
Dex, I'm assuming?
No, strength, actually. Oh, yeah, dex, you're right. Misread the numbers. All right, you grab onto it,
I grapple it.
and you get a little more fire damage.
And that's it for my turn.
All righty. Yep.
I'm spooked. I'm gonna disengage.
You probably should firebolt it.
Oh, yeah. Right. All right.
I'm gonna move back here.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh.
I'll go up.
All right.
Let's swing back quarterstaff.
Okay.
Take that, you bad fire snake.
Well,
then
it gets hot.
Of course, and I'm going to Juno chop him too. Like, ho, ho,
Of
ho,
course.
ho.
All right.
And then I'll back up.
All right. Aaron.
All right, I'm gonna hit it with booming blade.
All right.
Holy crap! I didn't have him targeted, but I doubt
I got
a 9
it though.
hits anyway.
Yeah, it did. It didn't hit. Yep. All right. Smart. All right, C4. It bites at you. Misses. Tail attacks with you. Misses. And all 3 of you within 5 feet take fire damage at the end of his turn. Tony.
I'm going to reckless attack him.
All right. That's a hit. All right, more damage.
Oh, I know.
Alrighty, Garone. C4.
Since it is grappled,
Yep.
my action is going to be to swing it against the wall.
Okay.
I'm assuming I still have to hit the wall.
I suppose you do. Don't you just give me an attack roll? Oh my gosh. You missed the wall?
Do I hit Stony?
No, you don't hit Stony. If you rolled a 1, I would have made you hit Stony.
Then that will be my action.
Still hanging on to it?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
So it did 5 feet of fire damage at the end of the round. That's what
Yep.
we saw.
Yep. The end of his turn.
Alright, I'll wait until just before that time, and I'm gonna try and thorn with them.
Okay.
So.
Alright, sounds good. Mortal?
I'll go up there.
Okay.
I get my little quarterstaff out, and oops, I forgot to roll with advantage, so I'll take another.
Alright.
Take another swipe.
That's
And
a
I
hit.
hit him. We'll go, oh yeah!
Alright.
Ow, that's hot. And Juno chopping. Oh yeah!
Alright.
Well,
Nice hit.
Roll again and see if I might get
Yeah.
another one. I would waste all those good ones. Waha!
And that kills the snake. The heat goes away.
And I back away.
Alright.
I guess I'll do a healing surge while I'm here at the end of my
All right.
turn. Oh, that's an action to do that, right? So I have to.
That's okay. No, you can do it. That's fine.
We're out of
We're out of
combat.
combat. Yep.
I'm going to say, I guess these aren't the portals.
I'll reach down in the hole where it came out of and see if there's anything down there.
Yeah, so as you put your hand down there through the light, so it goes right through that continual light, and you reach down, and you feel something wet and warm.
Sorry, I got scared.
Pull your hand back up, and you see it's kind of dripping in this purple sort of goo.
Does it look like any of the purple stuff that we saw up top?
It does.
Well, check one of the other holes. Is it same kind of stuff at the bottom?
No, just that one hole had it.
Okay. Is there anything down there?
There's not. I'm sorry if I didn't open it up enough. It just kind of ends up in a small crack and then nothing past it.
Must be up by that rat cloak.
So we must have missed a room somewhere.
Well, there was that big cavern.
I point out that there was another door we didn't open. Where I talked to the goblins. It gave me the portal. I think that was the one. Right there was a door.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yep. Before I see you've gone back into the room with the metal.
Yeah, did you see my message?
Oh, okay, cool. So you do that and nothing seems to happen.
Okay. I'm gonna hurry up and catch up to the group.
Okay, sounds good.
By moving at the same pace I always move.
So where was that door?
I think I'm the only one who saw that door.
No, I went in there and talked to him.
No, that was in the room in the middle.
All right.
Oops, sorry. I thought I talked to him in there.
That's okay. I have the map open, and since we're not on Unity yet, everybody will be able to see it. Sad face.
Well, they got some work to do on Unity first.
Someday.
I'll walk over to this door and point it in here.
Okay. So you all see that there's weapons that are kind of all over the tables in here. There's arrows and scimitars and short bows and whatnot, and there is a door in the northeast corner.
Okay, I'll grab a short bow and some arrows.
All right. Put it in the party sheet.
I'm going to use my healing die.
Okay.
Just listen at the door.
Alrighty, you don't hear anything, Pip. You still don't hear anything.
All clear.
Go for it, Glort.
I'll step up and open the door.
All right, as you do, you see there's a 10-foot by 10-foot room or passageway that's here, and then there's another door on the opposite wall.
I walk in because that's what you do when you open doors.
Are you going through the next one?
I didn't hear that. Sorry, could you say that again?
Open that door. Gort.
I'll open the door.
All right, so as you open up the door, you see the opening of a room. That room appears to have nodules of luminescent fungus that grows from the ceiling and walls and grows in clumps on the floor. There's kind of light that illuminates from these fungus that kind of lights up the grand bas relief of carvings on the stone walls that aren't really covered with it, and they depict dragons in various stages of raining fire upon terrified people. You do see that there's soil and compost that covers half the chamber's floor, and it appears that there's small little plants just barely able to grow through here, real small little twigs and things of the stuff. And you see there's a bench, kind of a gardening bench, and a wheelbarrow that's kind of around the corner as you peek around the corner.
I walk in.
See, there's a door to the south, and then the hall continues. There's a door to the north, and the door to the south.
Which way, north or south?
I'll listen at this door to the north.
So as you listen to the door to the north, you hear the sounds of sort of almost like a humming, but it's a kind of a really deep, growly kind of hum.
Hey, there's somebody in here.
Should we open the door? What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm going to step
Go
up and
for
open
it,
the door.
Gort.
I open the door.
As you open up the door, you see a room that's very similar to the room that you're in now. Kind of has the same sort of images and the stuff on the floor and whatnot. But you see, that's funny. So you see, I dragged the wrong token on there. The kind of a gardener that's kind of working there, and she has what looks like a large scythe. And she's kind of cutting down sort of some things, and you hear her kind of humming. She, and but it's Bugbear.
I step into the room.
Give me a stealth roll or something of the sort, just so I can see what you're clanging
Sure,
around
I
as.
can do that.
I knew you could. Thank you. So as you step in, you see that the gardener stops humming and goes kind of mid-turn, and it sort of turns and looks to you.
I wave.
She kind of smiles, big smile on her face. Kind of looks to you, and she starts to wave. And then she steps forward. And she speaks to you. Says, "How you get out?"
I'll come in. Excuse me.
Oh,
Excuse me.
how you come out?
Well, I'm looking for a portal to get out.
Oh, portal?
Yeah, portal.
This way.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I've been missing my buddy Bob the brown coat. He's probably hungry.
She walks over to here and she opens the door. Is in there.
Oh, it was nice of you. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Kind of holding the door
I
open.
think I know your brother.
Brother? Who's that?
Don't you have a brother?
Me? No Balsag?
Yeah.
Oh. Was he with his rats? Sorry, his hounds, he calls them?
He seemed happy.
Good.
What's in here?
So this room is similar to what you'd seen before. However, this one seems to be just kind of this mist sort of covers over the edges of the walls along these. And you see there's nodules of the glowing fungus that dots the walls and ceilings like the others. But you also see there's large caps of toadstools and mushrooms and puffballs and lichen. And you see they're kind of really sticking up out of the earth, and they're large. They're probably the size of Pip. And the air in there is really humid, and it just reeks of kind of rot.
So, what do we do with these things? You said the portal was in there.
It is.
The mushrooms or the portal?
Mushrooms are everything.
Then how do we use them?
You eat them, of course.
I'll do an insight check.
Ready? Oh, nice. Great roll. Yeah, you're not sure what to think of that. Not sure if it's truthful or not. It's hard to tell. Smiles. Big grin, toothy grin smile.
I'll walk in and take a look at one of the mushrooms.
Alrighty.
What's the store? I'll open this one.
Okay, alrighty. So you immediately open up the door, and you see it opens up into a passageway. And that opens up into a larger room. And Aaron, as you look at these mushrooms, do you want to do a nature check, or are you just kind of taking a look to see what's going on?
Can I tell if there's anything magical about them?
Yeah, so they don't necessarily look magical, but they do seem to be very foreign, almost alien to you. Not something you've ever really seen before.
Snortle sees him. He comes kind of going in there and he starts picking them.
All right, so you're kind of picking the mushrooms that are there.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I find what I think are the good ones.
As I walk past her, I'm going to nod my head.
Alrighty. Says
Especially ones that might have a little psychedelic nature to them when you smoke them as pipe.
perfect. Yeah, man, you look around and you see lots in here that look like they definitely have that sort of effect.
I'm going to say to C4, I sure hope this isn't how you have to get back, because if you got to eat these things, you're in trouble.
Yeah, choose between the blue and the red.
Oh, blue and red.
I shake my head, yes.
As you guys enter in, you see the gardener slowly closes the doors, and you hear the sound of a click kind of behind, and then you hear this humbling singing again.
Oh, we just entered the Swedish chef's kitchen.
So you collect up. How long do you want to collect mushrooms, Snortle?
Oh, I'll get me a whole sack full.
Alrighty. So you see him collecting them all up. Sounds good. Stony, as you enter into the room, you see that the room kind of opens up into this larger chamber, and there's a door on the north wall that's there. And you see there's a dragon carved of granite that lines the chamber wall, or dragon carved granite blocks line this chamber walls and ceiling, although many are crumbled and broken, leaving kind of stony debris all over the floor. There's a huge marble statue of a rearing red dragon that stands in the curve of the western wall. The eye sockets of the dragon are empty, but a slight red glow lingers in the eye sockets, providing kind of like a reddish light throughout the room. The radiance casts an inky shadow behind the statue's wings, and a 5-foot diameter circular tile of dark red stone is set in the floor. It's square in here, but it says circle. In front of the dragon statue, runes are carved around the circular tile's inner edge.
Can anybody read those?
I don't know, can we?
The writing that's there?
Mhm.
You can take a look and see.
Is it in Druidic?
So you bend down to take a look.
Yeah, been down.
It's not in Druidic. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure anybody can speak it. So as you kind of bend down, you guys see the eyes, the red eyes that were there. They suddenly start to come forward, and as they do, this inky black shadow behind it actually comes out. And old Pip, on everything tonight, buddy. You see this shadow reaches out and tries to attack Pip, and it misses as it reaches for him. As we'll roll for initiative again.
Looks like we're missing Snorto and Garen.
Thank you.
Snortle sucks. I always get last.
I don't think you rolled yet, did you? There you go.
No, but I always get last.
You didn't this time?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stony, you're up.
Can I get on the statue behind the guy?
Yeah, of course you can. You see Stony climbing up the statue?
And I can't rage anymore, so.
Hit. Warhammer connects, but it just kind of goes through pretty easily, so definitely feels like not as much damage you normally would do.
I'm just gonna blast it with a firebolt.
Nice, that's a hit. Oh, max damage. You got that dark die going. What is that? I want the brownish
Yeah.
red. It's like, yeah.
And then I'm gonna move back over here next to Court.
Pardon me.
Go get him, buddy.
I'm trying to move here. I'm going to move up to there.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to spin you there, Pip. Apologies.
And I'm going to see if I can hit it with my chain.
Okay. That's a hit.
And then I'm going to attempt to grapple it, because I don't know any better.
All right. A dex save or dex check. It succeeds.
Yep. So I don't grab it. I'm done.
Alrighty. Snortle.
I'll move there.
Alrighty. Flying by Aaron.
Swing my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Doing massive amounts of damage. Did I Juno chop him?
Yep.
A hit?
Yep, it does. Alright. It's quick.
Pip, you're the best at finding things.
I am. Lots of friends. So this square here, is there anything weird with that? I'll tap it with my staff.
Yeah, so there's some writing along it, and as you tap it, there's a loose stone that kind of wiggles.
I'll push the stone.
Alrighty. So as you push it, you kind of push it over to the side, and you see that there is a bag or a little pouch that's there. Seems to have a couple things in it, and it looks like maybe some coin is in there too.
Alright. I'll hand that over to Aaron.
Okay.
And this has the same type of writing. This is what I was looking at before.
Gotcha. No worries. So as you look inside, or I assume you're gonna look inside. Did you look inside the bag?
Yeah. I'll look inside.
So there's 2 flasks in there, and there's about 30 some gold pieces.
Ooh. Alright. I'm gonna do a religion check, see if I know anything about this statue, like the other one.
Okay. Yep. The flasks are alchemist's fire.
Do I know anything about the statue?
No, it just looks like a red dragon statue. Probably the same cult that you were thinking of before.
Oh, okay.
Does it look like the statue turns or anything?
It doesn't. It looks like it's sitting still in the spot, but that's a great question.
Open the next door.
So I wonder what would happen if I stuck these 2 pieces of onyx in the eyes.
Oh, that's a good question. Give it a try.
Sure, I'd stick the 2 pieces of onyx I had there into the eyes.
All right. So as you put the onyx into the eyes, you see that they fit perfectly, and you slide them into each slot. And as you put the second one into the slot, all of a sudden you see that the eyes sort of flash in a big red. It almost lights up the entire room as that happens. And you hear this voice, and it's in all different languages, so you all understand it in your own native language, but you can hear it echoing throughout the room. And it says, "Let the sorceress power illuminate my spirit." And it kind of booms through the room over and over and over again. And you see the wings sort of start to animate, and they kind of come up. You see it sort of rears back as it kind of goes back. And you see its mouth opens wide. And it's 12 o'clock. I have to stop.
Yeah, everybody's
Oh
trying to
no!
So we'll get it next week. We'll find out what happens.
I don't know if you noticed, both Pip and I like immediately like jumped to the side.
Snortle did too, but I didn't have a chance to lock it before he
He
did.
did. I got away with it before he came live.
Damn
did.
monks.
I know, it was so close.
Snortle's fast.
It was awesome. So yeah, we'll see what happens next week.